Hello YouTube, this is Knife Sharpening Norway. I'm just gonna sharpen my tojiro nakiri today. Put a new edge on it. It isn't dull, but it's, yeah, I can show you it's just wiping off so I'm dry. It's a little bit ragged in the cut. It isn't where I want it to be. Easily cut, so it jumps a little and doesn't grab as nice as I want it to. So I'm just gonna start on the naniwa professional 1000, just knocking any weak metal off. Just enough so I can see light reflecting all over the edge. Then I'm gonna just mark my stone. Just to make sure it's, yeah, there, that broke. Yeah, but it works the same way. I can sharpen it afterwards, but yeah. Just to make sure the stone is flat. I'm using, as always, my Atoma 140 diamond plate. If you haven't got one, you don't need one. You can use sandpaper, but it's a great thing to have because it goes so quick. Just to flatten every now and then. There, it's completely flat. There, just wiping a little on my hands, and I'm gonna start putting a rather low angle on this, and using 2-3 kilos, 5-6 pounds of force. And it's here you need to rock a little and do sweeping motions because it's sharp all the way up here, this rounded nose section. So it can be a little weird sharpening there, but yeah, I'm used to it. Not gotten over yet. It took a good bit of metal away, but yeah. That's no problem, it would just take a little longer. I could easily start on my 400, but yeah. Sometimes I like to do it a little bit longer and start on 1000 just to get a little more practice. And as you see here, the stone is removing metal pretty good. The 1000 stone fits a lot better than the 400. Favorite stone would be the 800, which I don't have anymore. I use 400, 1000, 3000, 5000. So my favorite now is the 3000 and how it feels. Just gonna do that to ensure even wear. To burr, I can flip the side a little so I don't bend the edge too much. This is a sanmai, which means it's layered. It got soft steel on the outside, jigane if I'm not mistaken, and the harder layer hagane in the inside. So it's important to sharpen as much, because if you sharpen much more here, you will have this softer layer as a cutting edge if you sharpen wrong. So it's important to sharpen as much on both sides. And that's why actually, I won't say dislike, but I like mono steel knives that will say one single piece of steel much more than some my knives, because for one they have better feeling. You feel better, then you're more responsive and not so muted on the cutting board and stones. And also, you don't need to worry if you sharpen one side a little bit more. Nope. Nearing there, it's just that I'm also lowering the edge bevel from maybe up here to down here. So yeah. I'm trying to utilize the whole stone to ensure even wear. That's important. If I only sharpen like this, I would get a huge gap here and don't use this. Then when I flatten, I would just waste stone. There always is a little waste, but try to minimize it as good as you can. You're starting to get some rust there, so I'm just gonna use some powder on my finger and rub the worst of it off. But yeah, still haven't got the burr. I think I haven't got my 400 here, so I'm just gonna stick with it. It just takes a little longer. That's all. and it helps my channel a lot. And you guys, gals, everyone watching this, I appreciate it. If you please like my videos, give it a thumbs up, and please share the videos. It helps me a heck of a lot. And if you get someone to subscribe, I'm at 195 now, but say everyone got one more, I'll be at 400 very soon. So yeah, it helps a lot. I'm not a professional sharpener. I'm just a guy who can get his knives pretty sharp and likes to sharpen and would like to learn. Yeah. So I'm trying to get my channel to be about learning. That everyone can learn from everyone. This channel isn't about being better than anyone else. It's all about learning. I'm very near now. So now I'm just starting to rock the bevel a little, doing very slight like this, not nearly as much, but I'm rocking maybe 1-2 degrees. So I'm blending the shoulders, I'm creating a more convex edge. Got a burr now at the heel here. But not in the midsection. I'm just gonna focus a little more here. It could be that this is where I use it the most, so it could be got maybe a tiny bit more wear there. So I need to flatten it out. Could be when I stroke it I put a little more pressure there. Yeah. It isn't good to say, but that's why I like burr sharpening, because you need to have just as much burr here, here. You can't have a big burr here, a tiny one here, and a huge one here. Then you're doing something wrong. Let's see, 14 minutes. Just starting to get there. see. A little more here. And this is why I usually start at 400. It will take half the time, maybe even then 60-70% of the time to do this. Yeah. There, flipping it. I'm trying to utilize the whole stone, as I said. And if you want anything done, sharpened in a special way, please send me a message or leave a comment. You have seen every knife I got, so yeah. If you want me to test anything, please leave a message or send a comment, and you can ship it to me. I will test it, review it. If the shipping is too expensive, say from the USA, I can't actually afford to ship it back. I'm sorry, but yeah, it costs heck of a lot. So I try to test what I have and keep this channel going interesting. But it isn't easy because I can't just buy every stone I want, every knife I want, and be a new stone and knife every day. That's, my budget isn't in for that. Yeah, I haven't got the burr, so keep going. If I got the money, of course I would buy every knife I laid my eyes on and liked. Everything from Wako, Shirogami, Tadafusa, Shigefusa, the Geshin line, everything from Japanese knife imports. Yeah. Japanese natural stones in Denmark, their knives, their stones, the Geshin stones. The Bester stones, the Suihiro stones, I would try natural stones, yeah. But I'm not as, yeah, good channel as perfection. I haven't got the amount of subscribers or sponsors, so I don't get free stuffs like him to review. So I hope to get my channel as big as him, so I can get more stuff to review and be honest. My channel, I would never lie about the product. I'm gonna be 100% honest. If it's free or paid to test, I would still be honest about the product. A little more. That's very, very important to me. Honest people. If you lie and say, for example, you bought this knife or this knife and claim it to be better than another one, prove it. But Yeah, it's simple as that. It's like when people who own the German brand, don't get me wrong, some of them are good, but the thicker, more heavily used knives like Zwilling, Wüsthof, Henkels with the soft German steel at around 56, 58. They're good knives, don't get me wrong, but they're very, very thick behind the edge. They will never cut like a Japanese laser. Never. But again, the laser won't handle as much abuse and hard tasks. It's just facts. It's like a pry burr. It handles much more abuse prying than a knife, but it won't cut as good. I try to block people that comment and just negative and not honest. And there's a difference between bashing on someone, hating, etc., and leaving constructive criticism. I know I'm not the best sharpener, and please, if you see anything with my technique, that could be better, please correct me. But don't just say your sharpening sucks, you are an idiot, you need to learn, blah blah blah. That isn't constructive, but if you say, if you put your hand like this or this, it would help stabilize, blah blah blah, that's much better. See, this is taking long, but yeah, enjoy sharpening, so it's relaxing. My dream would be to live by doing this, like Shibata Takayuki, live by sharpening knives and making knives, but it isn't easy here in Norway to make a living doing it, and also you need a lot of money to get started, and yeah. But my dream is making knives. It would be a dream to come true to live and earn my living making knives. There. Just gonna check if the burr easily flips sides. Now I'm using just the weight of the blade. There. And that's another thing that's important to me. It's less about the correct sharpening technique and more about, can you get your knives sharp and does it keep its edge so you can use it? Great. Then you can sharpen a knife. It's like, yeah, if you got it down and you make your knives sharp and don't let anyone tell you need to alter technique, blah 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 blah. Just taking a little more off this side. And this is actually, if you only got 1,000 stone, you can see how long it takes, but it isn't a problem, but it takes longer time. That's just the main difference. You can sharpen a knife from dull to screaming sharp on 1,000, or starting on a 3,000, it just takes longer time. So there, just gonna strop the burr away, at least most of it. Really lighting up the pressure. That's important. Start with little more pressure, then as the edge is being ground to a burr, lighten up that pressure very much. So think of it as a scale, starting at maybe 8, 9, never going to 10. Then when you see the light not starting to reflect as much, going down to maybe 5, 6. When you got the burr, you're down to 2, 3. And when you're just refining like this, you're at 1, 2. There. Just flattening again with my broken pencil. To my 140 as always. That was all it took. There, next stone. Professional 3000. Doing the same thing, yeah. It's important to have flat stones or your bevel will be a little off. We're talking very small amounts, so it's always better to make 100% sure. That's it. All it took to get it flat. Round in the corner. There, wiping my hands a little. I'm at 30 minutes. Now I'm raising maybe 1 or 2 degrees up and rocking a little more. So I'm rocking down to where I sharpened and a little below it and a little over it. And this is just to grind out the shoulders and to blend the edge, making it very slight convex. And you can listen here, if I'm quiet, I'm sharpening behind the edge. Here I'm hitting the edge. Behind, clean it so you can listen a little bit better. Again, behind the edge. Very low, faint sound. At the edge, more high-pitched sound. And now I'm using just the weight of the knife. Oh, I love the 3000. It just cuts, it feels good, it feels creamy. Yeah, it's just a good working stone. If just the 400 could feel as good as this, oh my god, and cut twice as fast as it did, ooh, that would be a lovely stone. As you see here, that's black gunk. That's the metal being removed. Other side, it feels so good, so silky smooth. It's like sharpening on the finest silk you can get your hands on. It's so creamy, so buttery smooth. You can feel what the edge does. If I'm at behind the edge, it feels a little slippery and rubbery. I can feel it sucking into the blade a little. If I'm at the edge, I can feel the edge grabbing a little into the stone, but not cutting into it. Love this stone. If I could choose one stone for the rest of my life, this would be it. At least of the ones I've tried. As you see, it cuts so damn good. That's why I love it. And now I know it's near 99 flat, so I'm just doing a little of this just to remove the top layer. And actually using a coarse plate like this on a fine stone actually helps it, because it cuts very small grooves, so it won't stick as good. It leaves the stone a little more open. I'm afraid my 5000 has started to get the very known naniwa micro cracking. So I'm just gonna try to remove a good amount of stone. Yeah, I'm feeling it flat because it sucks onto the stone, so. Taking a little sponge and getting the grit off. Yeah. Yeah, of course, that's sponge was full of soap. Some got a little soap on it, but yeah. Take a washing of the stone, I think will be perfect. There. Now I'm using the lightest amount of pressure I can imagine. So if you're using just the weight of the blade, it's even less than that. yeah, I forgot to round the corners. There. Sorry about it's taking so long, but yeah. Oh, hitting the very edge. Just the weight of the blade. Just refining the scratches. And white steel takes the edge you want it to take. I'm using just a little less than I don't know. I would say I'm using the weight of the knife. You can actually see the burr. It's getting smaller and smaller. I can feel it on the stone. The edge improving. I have sharpened a couple of hundred, maybe even 1,000 times. You can feel how the edge, the burr, everything going together, and how it feels on the stone. Just getting the tip area. Now some stropping moves. There, I'm just gonna cut into this if in case there's a micro burr that has just stand up. Sometimes that can happen. When you sharpen each side, the burr just stands up and you think you have got a fine edge, but it's just a wide edge formed from the burr. So yeah. It happens sometimes, even for someone that has sharpened a lot like me, someone that is even better than me. That's why we do things like this, to minimize the chances. There. I think that's enough. I'm gonna just wipe off the nakiri. Then I'm just gonna drop a little very softly. This doesn't hurt the edge, but if there's just the tiniest speck of burr, it gets it. There. See. Just gonna flatten a little again, since it started to crack a little. We're talking maybe a tenth of a millimeter cracks, but it's worth doing so it doesn't develop over the entire stone and spreads. Here, washing my Asuma plate so it's dirt free. That's important so you keep the diamonds cutting. So you don't clog it up. Going over entire plate. There. Washing stone. There. Just in the rush, put this away. There. It's a huge mess when sharpening. I would love a kitchen bridge, but I can't afford one, so it costs a lot and to get it shipped, so wiping the nakiri. I got a pretty good patina going, so yeah. Here, just wiping it a little on my pants to make sure it's completely dry. Giving it a little straw. Let's see, where did I put the paper? Here. That's silky smooth. That's just, yeah, that's pretty dang good. I don't know how well you can see this, but it easily shaves. I don't know how. Can you see that? My hair there? Yeah. It easily shaves. I'm just gonna get off any fingerprints, any human flesh, skin, etc. so it don't rust. There. That was me sharpening a Tojiro white steel nakiri. Thanks for watching. As I said, please thumbs up the video, subscribe, and please share it. It helps a lot. Thanks for watching. Live Sharpening Norway. Bye.